Right then, so a little bit of an unusual video here. So this is the Golf race car, and we've got a race in about a week and a half's time, but we're doing a little bit of testing last week and well no, the week before now. Me and Paul both had a week off before the onslaught, which was this. So we heard a few funny noises when we've been driving it. I've heard it for a couple of times now, and we thought we can't find the problem. Just sort of when you're turning and you're coming out of corners and hitting curbs, sort of like a creaky, cracking noise. We had a similar thing with a beefer, and that ended up ripping the engine mount clean off. So at this last track day, we had a quick look, and you can't really see it from here, but all of this that's normally spot welded had all started cracking. So we thought, well, that's not a big deal. We'll just drop engine mount out of the way and we can do it. But then when we've got it on the ramp, we've had a look, and all around these here, this is where the subframe goes. These were the worst ones, but this is where the subframe goes as well. These are just normally spot welded here, which is just basically, imagine if you're doing it mechanically, you drill an hole and just puddle a little weld on top of there. Obviously this is all done by robots that goes in and pinces away from the factory. But all these all the paint had started flaking off. Just jet washing it took the paint off all the way down to the sort of galvanising. So we knew this all were flexing. So what we think's been happening is, like I said, these were the ones that were the worst ones. When you're cornering, it's just pulling everything off. So the engine would be oscillating away. Obviously the engine's sort of pendulum mounted, so it stops it moving back and forth like that, but it's still got movement side to side. We've got stiffer mounts, stickier tyres, solid rose joints everywhere, so there's no rubber. So obviously the forces have to go somewhere. That went into the chassis. So it's a lot of work. Obviously all the subframes had to come off, the engines had to come out, all the fronts had to, everything's had to come off basically just to get to this stage. So it's a lot of work, probably a bit more than we wanted to be doing a week and a half before the race, especially when we've still got a bit of DSG tuning to do. It's an hell of a lot of work. So hopefully this fixes it. Hopefully this was a quick little video. But basically, if you're building a race car and you're putting sticky tyres on, seam weld your engine mounts and your chassis if you can.